So welcome back to Imbeciles of the Modern Age. This is the official episode 4.
Episode 4.
Episode 4 right now. Talking is Big K, and across from me as always is Warm Flapjacks.
Yeah.
And to his right is the sensational, the glowing, the absolute goddess that is KelJ.
Hey.
So we've been on a bit of a hiatus. It's been, what, a couple weeks since we actually done one?
Yeah,
closer to a month.
We had a weirdo. Not just the regular weirdo. So Kraz isn't here. I guess
No, Kaz isn't here. Kraz is here.
Yeah, Kraz is here. Kaz isn't here. And then we had another weirdo.
Yeah, he's dead.
Don't worry about that.
It doesn't matter. He's in prison. He's in prison.
We
Fuck him.
fucking buried him.
Yeah. So I mean, we just had a bunch of shit going on, man. So everyone's schedules just needed some time to mellow out. But now that we're finally back on track, we can hopefully get back to kind of doing this a little bit more in a timely fashion.
Hopefully our viewers would allow us to do this full time, but that's up to you guys.
Give us money,
Pieces of shit.
you fucks. I'm about to start a Patreon right now.
Maybe tune in every once in a while, and I won't have to fucking work 5 days a week.
You can tell your friends I don't have to slave my fucking dick off for a bunch of bullshit assholes and I don't even give a fuck.
Thanks.
Dicks.
Thanks. Our producer over here painlessly set up this entire equipment without our help for 45 minutes.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't helping him. Fuck him. I didn't even know we were doing this tonight until like 5 hours ago.
So here we are.
Here we are.
So speaking of Anchor, I guess.
I'm slaving our dicks off for jobs.
Slaving our dicks off.
You just got a new job, didn't you?
I did. I actually just recently started a new job. Whatever. We haven't even. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Whatever. I work at Sewell, so everyone knows about.
Yeah, there's like 80,000 Zoels in the country. Fuck them. They don't know who we are.
It doesn't matter. And I was more so worried about getting. I don't know if I could say, because that's technically promoting them, and I'm more than likely gonna say racist shit.
We're sponsored by Zoel.
Horrible things. I don't know. At some point, I'm gonna be like, babies are pretty hot. So, I don't know if I should say where I work, because that's gonna negatively affect him. So, if anyone actually listened to this fucking show,
It's too late. You already did it.
We've crossed the line, dude. We're past that threshold.
It's actually, so I recently started working at Zoel. I worked at another place, which we don't have to go into. But
Who games up?
I did work there. So I started working at Zoel, and starting a new job is. So first of all, getting a new job is far worse than actually working at a job. Being unemployed and actually having to fill out applications and lie that you're not a fucking lunatic, having to fill out surveys and shit about whether or not you would punch a customer in the face and having to lie about that is far worse than actually just going to work every day. Going to work every day isn't that terrible, but filling out applications, finding job, being without a job and then trying to find a job is the worst part about employment.
It's a weird roller coaster, because you're at the point where you're filling out these job applications and you're like, fuck, dude, this is absolutely terrifying. This is mortifying to have to put out in words how exactly unskilled I am in everything, and seeing it on paper that I really have nothing going for me.
You gotta add some fluff, right?
Oh, you gotta add a lot of things.
You gotta add a little bit of fluff.
Well, dude, I worked in a Michelin 2-star restaurant for 15 years. You're not going to fact check that. Fuck you.
You're not going to, you're never going to look into this.
Yeah, so why are you applying for McDonald's? Well, I wanted to be more compared to the common man.
I wanted to be grounded.
I want to be a little grounded. I wanted to remember my roots.
I want to remember my roots.
Of cooking a hamburger in a microwave.
Dropping fries for 8 minutes.
Instead of fucking peeling a potato and fucking slicing that shit with pizzazz and finesse. Mm-hmm. But then when you get that new job, you get that initial burst of excitement, You're like, oh my God, I get this new job. It's potentially way different from everything that I've done up to this point in my life. Mm-hmm. It's going to be super cool. Like, you start thinking of all this cool shit.
And then you start working and then you realize, holy shit, this is bad.
This sucks dick.
And then leading up to that point is that you have this like, you know, you're hopeful, but you're also pessimistic because you're like, let's be honest, man, fucking working for a living is a nightmare. This shit sucks ass. No one wants to do it.
Well, it
right?
takes you a little bit, man, because that first week when you're training on it, you're just like, okay, cool. I have to completely pretend that I'm someone different because I don't know how any of these people are going to react to the real me. I don't know how they're going to think about humor when I come in and I'm just like,
I think that's usually about the 3-week point.
I'd give it a couple months before it stops sucking. As you're talking about a few weeks before you feel comfortable being yourself.
Yeah. To be comfortable
easy.
to be yourself. A few weeks.
3 weeks to a month.
A few weeks where you have to find out who the fuck is cool or not. Who you can kind of dick around with.
You know, you had to act surprised by what your bosses and superiors can do. Like, oh, wow, that's really impressive. You know, instead of coming into work and being like, well, got drunk as fuck this weekend and fucked 2 whores, so whatever, I don't care. I woke up in a ditch. That was pretty cool. What'd you do?
Do you do
Any
that?
coffee? I mean, similar types of things. I mean, it doesn't exactly have to be that. Yeah. Some weeks it's 3 whores. You know, it differs, man. Whatever.
I found out today actually where the whores are. I didn't.
Where the whores are?
Yeah. The guys that I work with apparently know where the prostitutes are located in Frankfurt. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. There's prostitutes all over.
Well, apparently they're on Home Street.
Oh yeah. There's also, I think it's on the east side. There's actually a happy ending massage parlor.
Ooh,
yeah. They'll jerk you off for an extra $20. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
and they got them tiny Asian hands, so your dick looks massive.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, dude. For once,
you need that help.
Yeah, for once, just feeling like you're above average.
Just to feel a little. I'm a real boy.
Yeah.
I'm a real boy.
You just got this fucking tiny skeleton hand just jerking your cock.
Yeah.
And you know their hands are cold. You know their hands are fucking cold.
Yeah.
I don't care how much oil you rub over.
The absence of soul has a whole lot to do with it, I'd say.
Yeah, the fact that you escaped communist China to come to this country of freedom and you're jerking off middle-aged white dudes.
Middle-aged white dudes.
For $20 extra a pull.
That's a rough life, man. That's rough.
You might have been better off working for a bowl of rice a day.
Honestly, yeah. Chinese dick actually really segues into my news story, even though we wanted to wait.
Yeah,
no.
But it's actually like really appropriate
Chinese
right now.
dick. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Nom.
Man got his penis stuck in a tiny wrench, and the removal was humiliating. We're hurting for him. In the land of strange and painful news, a mysterious man from eastern China's Zhejiang province, I'm probably not saying that right, has made the news after having his penis removed. But not for any of the medical reasons you're probably conjured up in your mind. Nope. He was forced to have his manhood removed after he got it stuck in a wrench, and a tiny wrench at that.
How tiny are we talking?
But to be clear,
like 3/8.
But to be clear, his dick was the tiny wrench that he had it removed from, not his body. Small detail.
Why
big
was
difference.
he fucking a wrench?
Small detail. Dude, Chinese people were weird. They got fucking used panty machines. That might be
Japanese.
It's the same thing.
There we go again.
Shots fired. I don't give a fuck. Come at me.
Can I give him a pardon though, since I'm like part, and I can be like, it's okay.
Yeah, dude, it's fine. I got the card.
Yeah, but you're neither Japanese nor Chinese.
No,
she's Oriental. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Understandably so. The man doesn't want to be named, and the circumstances under which, sorry, my phone unlocked, under which he snagged his dick in a wrench are unbeknown to all parties involved. But one can only assume it was some crazy kinky shit he might have been into.
So the dude was fucking a wrench.
Obviously, you're not telling anyone that you're doing that.
Well, he was jerking himself off with a wrench, right?
Which is hilarious.
That's why. Out of all the things that could be a masturbation aid, that's a great song.
Look, man,
no one else can hear that.
Look, man, when you've jerked off with your hand enough times, sometimes you get a little bored with it and you try to venture out. Okay, so Can you really fault the man for doing that? He just probably grabbed whatever was in his fucking desk at the time.
How does that feel like a vagina?
I have never been so horny that I'm gonna fuck a wrench.
Well, look, I don't think it's about it's necessarily about the sensation of it feeling like a vagina, as it is that it's just something
just
else.
in the fucking metal on his dick.
This is your hand.
Right?
Your hand gets boring. That's the point I'm trying to make. Even if you switch hands, whatever.
But fuck a couch
So a
cushion,
wrench?
an orange, a grapefruit,
Your shirt.
your dog. Like, why fuck a wrench? Like, what?
Man, do you know the prices of grapefruit in China? It's fucking through the roof.
It's gotta be.
The inflation on fruit in China is a real fucking standing economic issue.
Okay, I did not know that, and I'm glad.
I don't know that either.
You're just making shit up.
Look, man,
Fantastic.
I'm just trying to help out ping pong here, okay?
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay. So
Come at me.
Right.
it gets a little gruesome. Although doctors attempted to execute a plan in which they surgically removed the wrench from his
So they cut
penis
this dude's dick off.
by slowing down the blood flow to it. However, after the mystery man's parents refused to show up to the hospital to give written consent, they were forced to take drastic measure by bringing in the fire department to use an angle grinder.
So they had to fucking grind the the wrench.
Now,
of his
I'm not
dick.
sure what that is, but the word grinder, ew, no, I'll pass on that pain. Furthermore, the fire department feared that the grinder might get too hot and make matters worse. Making no headway with that plan, the team ended up bringing a dentist in to drill through with the obvious, a dental drill. The drill they brought along had a high-speed engine that allowed it to rotate up to 300,000 times per minute, making it ideal for freeing penises. First, they tested it out on one of the firefighters' wrenches. Then they took it to the man's schlong.
I thought you were going to say they tested it on the fireman's dick.
No, I guess they had wrenches and they tested on that first.
Can I just say, what's the deal now that you're bringing this up about Oriental people fucking stuff? Now I'm on the complete
Okay,
now I'm
here
on
we
your
go.
all side because I'm reminded of a story of a similar incident where a dude was fucking a bottle
Yeah, he got his dick stuck
and his
in
dick
it.
was stuck in the bottle and he couldn't lose wood. His dick actually was hit with necrosis, like it rotted off. Because, naturally he's pissing in the bottle and everything. It got infected and it turned black and started to rot.
Are we
That is
talking about
gross.
just a 20-ounce bottle?
I assume.
He got his dick in there?
And stuck.
That's rough, man.
And
That's,
suck.
first of all, you had a bad life. If you could fit your dick in a 20-ounce bottle top, shit ain't going well for you to begin with.
Yeah,
man.
and plus they cut his
You
dick
got
off.
a pencil dick. That's rough life. So
That's
I'm gonna
terrible.
go ahead and assume that the wrench wasn't the crescent.
It doesn't.
It's definitely not a
Because
monkey
you could at least
wrench.
pull it off to the fucking side, right? So it was the other end of it.
Well,
where you would use,
No,
like-
what he did was he did righty
a socket
tighty.
nut.
He did righty tighty instead of lefty loosey, and that'll always fuck you up.
That's what
That's
it
why
is.
you always have to sound it out when you're doing it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's not gonna work, right?
I say
this-
righty Ricky.
So
lefty
he
Lucy.
was fucking the closed end of this wrench, right? Obviously, he wasn't fucking the crescent inch of it because he'd be able to pull his dick out the side, right? So he.
I mean, it could have been one of the ones where you can screw it in and make it tighter.
Oh well, like a pipe wrench.
Yeah, like a pipe
well,
wrench.
it didn't say that it was what kind of wrench. It could have been a pipe wrench. Well,
been a
then
lot
if
of
that's the case, then why didn't he just loosen the motherfucker?
What if it broke?
I don't know. Either way, this dude was fucking a wrench and got his dick cut off. Look at him. Look at this motherfucker. There is 30 people standing around with this dude's dick in a wrench.
Half of these people don't even look like they're medical professionals. They just look like a bunch of bystanders. Like, hey, what's
Are
this
you
dude's
kidding me?
dick doing?
Man, if I was anywhere in fucking vicinity, if that shit popped off on the news, I would fucking full sprint to see some dude's
Yeah,
dick.
see
Pull out the
this.
iPhone,
Are
man.
you
I'm gonna
kidding
be on
me?
TV.
That would be amazing.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna snap a picture of this dude who got his dick stuck in a wrench. Are you kidding me?
I would absolutely be. Yeah, I'd be there in no time. I'd be like, why'd you do that? And he'd be like, I don't know. It's like fucking wrenches, man. I don't know. I can't afford a.
$20 says this will be made into a documentary.
Oh shit! It'll be like fucking when he got his arm cut in that rock.
Like 127 hours.
Yes, but instead with a dick wrench.
Maybe you've had dick.
And now, when you go to work
wrench.
and you're in the aisle with the wrenches, you can think about this story.
I will.
Or just think about sticking your dick in it. Like, all right, now I got to see what this guy was on to.
Honestly, when I go to work on Monday, I'm just gonna be looking at stuff to fuck.
It's a really good place to get sex toys because it's cheaper than Hustler.
Yeah, dude, just use a hammer.
Yeah. My dad posted something like that here recently where I was like, this motherfucker's a freak. It was ropes, chains, and lubricants in aisle 13, and he was like, party in aisle 13.
Mother of God. I'll take things I didn't want to learn about my parents for 300, Alex.
You got another story for us there, kiddo?
Oh, I can wait.
You wait? All right. So...
Yeah, you gotta at least wait like 3 weeks to a month before you start to show people who you really are.
What is
at work when you're working and shit?
When you go to work and see the wrenches. I was trying to. Yeah.
No. So okay. So we're talking about. We were talking about jobs before wrench dick.
Yeah.
We're talking about jobs. So I got a question. What's the worst job
that I ever had?
That you ever had? What's the worst job that you ever had? What would what would be, and why would?
As much as GameStop sucked dick, it's surprisingly not my number one answer.
I don't doubt that. Yeah,
it's going to have to be when I worked at Burger King.
Really?
Yes, and mainly it was because they really didn't give a fuck of who they hired. And they still don't. They will take any scummy, junky piece of human trash type person that you can physically imagine and embody.
Yeah.
And will put them on the sandwich making station, man. Like, they don't give a fuck. And it's just those terrible types of people that you're around, and everyone's fucking one another, and they're all nasty and gross, and you're just like, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah, and that's kind of the food service in general, right?
Well, I mean, kind of, but I mean,
to an extent,
like working in other like restaurants like that, maybe it was part of the reason, maybe it's because I was, younger as well when I did most of those types of jobs. It felt a lot different, but I mean, this stuff, and maybe it was just because where I was a bit older and these were high school kids, but I mean, I don't know, man. Just that it was a revolving door of management and just everything was piss poor and terrible. It was my last foray into the fast food scene, and it's hopefully going to be the last one that I have to enter. It was just a shit show through and through, man.
Okay. What about you, babe?
Fifth Third Bank in Batavia, Ohio.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Pretty terrible. This bank inside of Kroger out in the boonies, and it was just miserable. Like, if you ever had a job that you hated so much that you were physically sick in the mornings, like your stomach's upset.
GameStop.
Yeah, like I was having physical ailments
when
from that job.
You're having a physical reaction. Every morning that you wake up, you're like, dude, I'd rather get hit by a fucking car.
Yeah. It was my first job out of college, and I was like, I went to college for this? Oh, hell no. So then I quit, and I went and I sang opera. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what happened. So bad thing turned into a good thing. So,
I think what about you, brother?
I think that mine is, it's actually that's my dog. If anyone can hear that, I'm sure you can. Mine is a mix. It is the best and worst job that I've ever had, and that would be the United States military.
Yeah.
God bless our soldiers.
Army was the best and worst job that I've ever had. And for the obvious reasons that you would think, but also it's a lot, without you being in the military, it's a lot more bureaucratic than you would imagine. It's a lot more political than you would imagine.
I'd say, just guessing from an outside point of view, that it's easily more mentally taxing than anything else.
It is. It's just rough. It's rough on your family, man. It's rough on you because it's a lot of bullshit that doesn't matter. And if you're in a combat MOS, when you're not in a foreign country and doing combat, then you just have a year of just doing busy work. Mm-hmm. But at the same side of that, right, is that you have a lot of people that you would have not met before that are really good people.
Plus, a lot of skills and stuff that kind of sculpted you into the person that you are today. And
Zombie
a lot of
apocalypse
kinda,
skills.
Yeah,
And then
a lot of kind of cool shit that you learn.
The whole fucking army thing that you see when you see commercials and shit like that, where people are just fucking basically waiting to fucking jack you off. You know, wherever your duty station is, for anyone who is listening and thinking about possibly joining the military, anywhere in a 100-mile radius of your duty station, they're gonna fucking hate you. They're gonna hate your goddamn guts. They don't want anything to do with you. They won't serve you at bars. They won't talk to you. They want nothing to do with you. The only time that you're ever gonna get appreciation for the shit that you do is when you go home. That's it. You're not gonna fucking get it in your duty station. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it at work because everybody else you work with is in the fucking military. The only time that you're ever gonna get appreciation is on a plane ride back to your fucking hometown. That's it.
That's almost that's almost a crushing blow, right, to yourself.
Because the shitbags that do shitty shit around the town that you live in, the town that you're stationed in, they just immediately assume that all military is fucking garbage, and cabs won't pick you up, bars won't serve you.
Well, I mean, they think they're in the right?
Yeah.
I mean,
and most of the time they are. That's the shitty thing is, man. Most of the times they're, because these are kids. They're kids.
Yeah.
They're kids making stupid ass decisions. So I think that military is the best and worst. I think I learned a lot about myself, but it's a shitty job.
GameStop's close second.
A very close second. Yeah.
I want to get some input. Fat Jackman, what is your worst job ever?
Oh,
really? That one?
It's
I would not have
all over that one. No,
Yeah, that's a hell of a one.
it's probably Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's probably Wendy's.
Wendy's is delicious.
Oh, chicken nuggets, JBC.
Yeah, and man, those are fucking $2. It's like $2.25 for a junior bacon. That's ridiculous.
The
No wonder
prices
I'm
have
fat.
gone up.
Yeah,
It
but
used to be 99 cents.
This goddamn country.
the thing about fast food in general is it seems like the most hardened people who just hate life have to work at fast food.
Exactly.
And at some point, they will be your boss.
Exactly.
And God, it just sucks. And I can't even blame them that much because it's like you're 45 years old and
Working fast food.
working fast food.
You really tried your best, but it wasn't it wasn't good enough.
And it just sucks. But then it just sucks for everyone. You get there at 7 a.m. to make stupid salads and shit that they're supposed to throw away and they don't always throw away. And who the hell's going to do that anyway? Because then you just got to make more.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! You think this motherfucker's joking? No, dude. Like a Burger King, like cheese, tomatoes, any of that kind of perishable stuff is on a clock. It's on a fucking timer.
Yeah.
You got maybe 5-6 hours before you have to change that out.
7-minute fries, man.
Yeah, well,
7 minutes.
Well, guess what you do instead on that little sticker? You mark the clock with a little ink pen a couple hours forward past that. Like, oh, it's been 6 hours. Let's say this wasn't supposed to go bad until 8 when it went bad at 5. I don't feel like sliced cheese. Fuck them.
Yeah. Or I would be working the fryer and I would just put down the fries. They'd be in the little heat bin thing. And I would just reset the timer like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm giving them life.
I'm reheating them, bro. It's
Live.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, but it was kind of ridiculous too, because those fries tasted so good, even if they were
They're
8
still
minutes
really
old.
good.
And what really pissed me off about that job is how much shit gets thrown away in fast food.
Dude, yeah, and they put those, like it used to be back in the day in Dairy Queen, they didn't give a fuck, right? Like you could, and we got kind of, I'll lead in that a little bit. Like if there's shit left over at 9:30, you can take it home. It's fine. Eat it. Don't throw it away. Then they changed their mind and started worrying more about food costs.
Waste
and they'll throw it away.
buckets.
Exactly.
Waste
Waste buckets. Yeah. You know how we got around that? I'd make extra chicken on purpose and I would put it in a takeout box.
That's exactly why they started doing that.
And I'd put it in a takeout box, and when we took out the trash, I would put that on top of the trash.
Ew.
No, it was on like a separate bag. Like I'd drape a bag over it.
It sounds like
No,
And then
it's still gross.
no,
It's still
fuck it,
gross.
dude, fuck it.
No.
It's in a box. I don't care. I'd put the box in that and back. I'm taking out the trash.
It was floating on top of the trash. It's
I don't
not
give a
making
fuck,
it-
dude.
doesn't
I put
count.
that chicken in my car and I ate that shit with honey mustard. I don't give a fuck.
I'm pretty
bro.
sure they do that in Shameless.
Yeah. It's that exact same thing, dude. Like, that's real life. I do that all the time. I don't give a fuck.
I will say when I was working at Wendy's, I was also in college, and that place basically made it so I didn't starve to death. Because they would be throwing away buns, and I'd be like, yo, can I just take these buns home instead of just throwing them away? Like, yeah, sure. Sweet. These are going in my refrigerator. Like, guys, can we just not throw this chicken away? I didn't make any extra. It's fine. Just let's not waste this food.
Man, when I was...
Sure, go ahead. That way in my freezer, and I would take these...
I'd eat on that shit for months.
I'd take this cold ass chicken. I would just put it in my toaster.
Fuck it.
when my well, I guess it was actually my second apartment. I had a roommate in Lexington, and I worked at Amazon, and he worked at Sir Pizza as a delivery boy, and his fucking boss was a coke addict. It was this fucking...
That's all the people that work at Sir Pizza, bro.
Was a fucking like this Iranian lunatic coke addict, right? And you could just take shit. So like that's how we survived. That was it. Because we made just enough money to pay our bills, and then we lived off of Sir Pizza because he would bring home fucking 2 or 3 pizzas a night, man, and we would just live off of that. That was it. Like breakfast, lunch, dinner. That was it.
Who was the coke addict?
His boss.
So here's a toast to fast food. The one place where you can be a coke addict and be a fucking general manager.
Yeah,
Because
he was the owner.
That is multiple
he
times I've
fucking
heard that
owned-
shit.
He owned it because it's
God.
a franchise. He owned that son of a bitch and was blown out of his mind. Every time you saw him, he was out of his fucking mind. He was out of his mind. Own that son of a bitch. I don't know if he ever actually made any money. I think he broke even.
He put all the money in his nose, bro.
Yeah, from the amount of money that he had to pay to own it, and then the amount of cocaine that he was doing. I think this motherfucker was like, I can support my coke addiction. And that's it.
I'll tell you though, there's a silver lining in those types of people. Is you see those types of people and you're like, that is definitely who I do not want to become.
Yeah.
So that's what makes you strive harder in your life to reach out and put out those other applications to other jobs that aren't fast food related, so you don't have to get stuck in that cycle.
So speaking of, when you were talking about miserable people at fast food, is that today on my lunch break I went to Steak and Shake, right?
Oh,
And so I went through Steak and Shake. First of all, I was mad. Even though I got an hour lunch break, I was mad because I stayed in that drive-through for like 18 minutes. That's how long it took.
Yeah, because they
man.
cook everything to order.
Yeah,
They
so
do-
I was in there for
Wow.
like 18 minutes, and the woman. This is the second time I've seen her. The woman that works that drive-through. You guys seen that episode of South Park where the TSA, the Toilet Safety Administration or whatever? Let me check inside your asshole.
yeah.
The woman that works in the drive-thru is absolutely that woman. Let me check inside your asshole.
Was that the one?
We check inside your grease fryer.
Is that reverse cowgirl?
Yes.
The one where Butters goes on the toilet backwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, I remember that.
So I go through, and when I get up there, and this is the second time I've seen her, and every time it's the same, is that I get up there with her, and she's like, like 718, sir.
Okay, so you didn't want no lettuce on that fucking sandwich?
I give her money. I give her money, and she slams the fucking drive-through door, and then she'll come back and she'll hand you your drink, but she basically throws that shit at you, and then
And the drink always has where they keep it under the machine too long and it over pours. They don't clean it, so you're just grabbing a handful of Coke too.
you grab the drink, and she comes back with a bag of food, and she goes, "You need any ketchup or mayonnaise, sir?" And you're like. I'm like, no, and she just tosses me the fucking. She doesn't even hand it to me. She just tosses me the bag of.
Thank you for choosing Steak and Shake.
And slams the door. And I still go back because my options are limited, and those are pretty great burgers.
Man,
But
they're
it's
all
still-
right.
It's fucking hilarious though. Every time that I go there, she's so fucking mad. But she's killing it.
Dude, every time I go there, I ended up getting free shit, dude. Like, one girl just gave me a whole carton of orange juice. That was pretty dope.
Really?
Yeah, like, I was drinking orange juice. I went late enough I was like 4 a.m. and I was getting breakfast. She was like, "Can I refill your orange juice?" So, yeah, just bring me a carton. She's like, "All right, I don't care." I was like, seriously? She's like, "Yeah, you can just have this carton. I'm not even going to charge you for it." I'm like,
Cool.
yeah, dope. Bring me two.
You want to see my penis?
Yeah, like, what do you think about that?
You got any, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you always hear about stories about terrible fast food experiences because nobody gives a fuck because life is terrible when you're working fast food.
Yeah, you're basically getting paid nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to do shitty work.
To put up with your bullshit
You
and complaints.
also find those like rare employees that are super nice to you all the time and get your order fulfilled and everything's right. Thank you to those motherfuckers.
I tell you what,
'cause that
man.
is a shit job and they are doing well.
Speaking of that, man, there's this kid, and I honestly don't know if he still works there, and if he doesn't, good for him. There's this kid that works over at Papa John's, and this kid is on his shit.
He's like a mini senior VP in
This
training.
kid is bad as
Okay,
hell, man.
stop. Wait. I have to ask. Does he come up to your door and go, "Thank you for getting Papa John's, and it looks like we made it to you here in 4 minutes and 27 seconds, and is it that dude?"
Yes!
Yep. I worked with that motherfucker.
This kid is on his shit.
He gave me
What's up?
the worst joke I've ever heard
Impossible.
in my life.
Impossible. That's coming from you.
No, I don't know. Wait, hold on. I don't know if it's. I don't know if
I
we're talking about
guarantee
the
you
same
it is.
guy.
You're just gonna say he's a
No. If it's the guy that looks like this,
Did he
then
have,
it's
do you
not
have
that
blonde
guy.
hair and his head kind of like a pencil eraser?
No, it's not that guy.
Okay, never
It was
mind.
a
It's not
different
him
guy.
then.
If he talks like, are you guys talking about the guy that talks like this? When he comes to your door, he's like, "Hey, thank you for choosing Papa John's."
no,
I don't know who that is.
No,
no.
because he still works there. The guy that I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying the guy that I'm thinking of still works there, but I thought that's who you guys were talking
Oh,
about.
no.
Okay. Well, then we might be talking about the same. This guy's fucking incredible, though, man. Anyways,
He's got to be, by the way. He wants some tips.
apparently, according to whatever, dude. I don't give a shit. If you're doing your fucking job,
Let me ask you, how much do you tip him?
same that I tip everyone.
So he's tried really hard. and he's
Nothing.
getting nothing extra out of it.
No, I'm giving you I'm giving you $5, man.
I always
that's-
tip.
that's
I
a
always,
good tip.
I always tip
That's a
them with
good
"don't
tip.
drink and drive," and then I slam the door in their face.
You really say don't
you're
drink
the
it?
worst.
Sometimes I'm a terrible person.
Yeah, $5 is a great tip for your driver.
That's what I always do. It's
Well, that's nice of you.
But he was incredible. He was good enough, man. And no shit, I don't always do this. I don't. He was good enough that I contacted corporate
You give him a little survey
and
thing.
gave him a survey. He was fucking good, man. And that's the thing, man. It's because I've worked in the service industry, whether it be food or retail. I've worked in the service industry, man. And you need a fucking handout every once in a while, man. You need a attaboy. Because this shit's hard fucking work, man. I know that we give a lot of shit to these fucking people, even though we work in the same industry, right? Is we give a lot of shit. But at the same time, I know that the three of us, you guys more than myself, the three of us have given incredible customer service, right? It's not that goddamn hard to give incredible customer service. So in that is that I'm gonna give you the attaboy, but when you fucking suck, I'm gonna fucking make sure you know that.
See, the fucked up part about that is, man, is you give that good shit to that dude, you give that good karma, you give that good survey, and then they immediately can that motherfucker the next day because he's took a fucking medium pizza.
Not
home
my
to a
fucking
starving
problem.
family.
It's not my goddamn problem.
But see, that's the fucked up part of it.
It's not my problem.
It makes it seem like it don't matter though.
For him, I still get the warm and fuzzy.
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, if you still feel good, then yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck his life.
Shouldn't take that
I'm just
fucking
saying
pizza.
he was fucking good at his job before he had to feed his starving family.
Nerd.
You know, maybe sell drugs. I don't fucking know.
Dude, it's way more lucrative a business, dude.
Right.
You know the kind of pussy you get and the money you get for slinging
cocaine. Yeah.
Cocaine.
So, you got any vacation planned ahead for yourself?
I don't have any vacation planned until probably winter of 2019.
All right, solid.
That is.
Hey, you got something to look forward to. Mark it on your calendar.
Well, I gotta save it all up because me and my wife never had a honeymoon.
Oh,
so we're
shit.
looking to take a belated honeymoon. We're gonna go down to Florida to Disneyland for like 10 days.
Why don't you
guys-
go somewhere that doesn't suck?
You guys.
I will tell you why. Because she loves Disneyland, and I want to go on that new Super Mario Nintendo World thing they got going in Universal Studios in a few years.
Yep, there it is.
And I like the NBA. I want to go to a Magic game because I've liked the Magic since I was a kid. And I want to go to an NXT taping, and they tape in Orlando.
And I want to see a meth head try to solicit sex from a cop who's undercover as a prostitute.
And a guy fuck a gator.
Yup.
I mean, if those things happen, I'm not going to turn them down. but-
Florida, it's Florida.
So what do we got?
I kind of have a Florida or not story.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
I can't wait.
We got something good.
All right. Probation for man.
That's it? Really?
Yeah, we started at like 10 till. Probation for man who admits having sex 3 times with miniature horse. A 22-year-old man who admitted having sex with a miniature horse will avoid jail and be given probation.
God, I hope he's a midget.
Travis Wagner pled guilty to misdemeanor charges of trespassing and sexual intercourse with an animal. Wagner was originally charged with burglary, which classifies as a felony, according to the Smoking Gun website. Since 2005, arrests for animal sex abuse and exploitation in the U.S. has risen dramatically. The number of arrests in 2014 was more than double the total number of arrests in the 30 years between 1970 and year 2000. The horse's owner told police that someone had been trespassing on his property late at night and had entered his barn, which is home to the miniature horse and some cattle. The owner said the trespasser was driving a Dodge pickup truck. After identifying Wagner as the suspected trespasser, cops interviewed him at his residence. During questioning, he confessed that he had entered the barn to have sex with the miniature horse on at least 3 occasions and admitted to inserting his penis into the miniature horse for approximately 10 minutes and subsequently, oh man.
Man, he lasts a while. 10
And
minutes.
subsequently, oh my God, I can't read this. And subsequently ejaculating into the horse's rectum. And I'm done.
I'm going Florida.
Any other guesses?
Not Florida. Wait, are we playing the
Florida or not?
Okay.
Yeah, we stole it just for a second. We're gonna change it, maybe.
That's
Change it.
fine. We'll change
I'm
it.
saying not.
Not
I'm gonna say
That's like Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia.
any guesses,
Texas.
Caleb? Since you don't think it's Florida.
No, I'm going Florida. I'm saying
Oh, you're
Florida for
saying
sure.
Florida.
Ohio.
Oh,
And the answer is Lancaster County, Pennsylvania.
fuck. Oh,
Wow.
I didn't think about Amish country.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You know that happened in like
Amish
Pittsburgh.
country.
There ain't no fucking Amish country.
Did you hear the last sentence that I read, baby?
I
did not.
You didn't hear the last sentence?
Horses.
Okay.
A lot of people get bored out there.
What else is there to do?
Admitted to
Nothing to
inserting
do.
his penis into the miniature horse for approximately 10 minutes and subsequently ejaculating into the horse's rectum.
So here's the
He
thing.
admitted that.
So first of all, dude lasted 10 minutes.
How impressive is
That's
that?
pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
One time wasn't enough. He went back at least 3 times.
I'm sitting here thinking, what am I going to do with the remaining 8?
this guy's stamina is pretty fucking impressive.
Well, it has to be if your fucking horse is on the rig.
No, I guess that's
How
true.
good is miniature
Oh.
horse asshole if he went 3 times? He went back for more.
It's got to be amazing.
I mean,
Got to be
it's
great.
Miniature.
Yeah. Like God,
You tempted,
dick,
cuz? You tempted?
I mean, it's up for debate. I mean, I need to talk to more people who have had experience. This one story isn't enough to convince me.
What is it with you
So
and
we-
like sexual acts with animals? Like first it was jerking off
Well, hold on,
dolphins,
hold
and
on.
now you're talking about fucking horses.
Before he
I'm not saying
answers,
you did it, just the fascination with it.
before he
It just
answers
said the
that,
crimes are on the
And
rise.
she's
Yeah.
So before he answers that,
Cause is here.
oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, some other assholes here. Who cares?
He
whatever.
like gets an introduction and stuff. Why is
You're
that?
goddamn right. He's a fucking regular.
Talking
This is
about
set up-
fucking miniature horses is my intro, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you just were you at the farm? Not
Honestly,
that long
what else?
ago?
What else would you have expected for an intro?
He's just he's
You just-
solid.
yeah.
I almost got pissed on by a horse.
Ooh.
Were you into it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
was it like sexual?
Did you go to the horse?
Did you
Were
ask
like,
the horse to pee on you?
slap in your fucking face with its fucking 18-inch dick? It's like, piss on me.
I was painting and had headphones on listening to a podcast. And that's
About horse
turned up.
fucking.
About horse fucking, yeah.
I can't guarantee it did not come up, but over
Yeah.
the headphones, like scared me. It was that loud of a piss.
Well, yeah, dude. It's probably like opening a fire hydrant.
Like it was alarming.
I wish that I still had that
Fuck, it was
pressure.
like from me to you. Like just ass right to me, just pissing. I'm like, there's a whole fucking pasture, you cock sucking fucking horse.
I wanted you to see it.
Clearly, I liked you.
Assholes.
I hate horses. Straight up. I fucking hate them.
dicks.
I hate horses. They scare the shit out of me. I hate
hit
them. I hate them. They're terrible. So we're and you might, right? I don't know.
I might what?
Fuck a horse.
You want to go on vacation in New Orleans this October?
November. We're trying to go November.
November.
That's how that's the only way I can maximize my time efficiently.
Okay, November
Okay.
it is.
This November? You want to
yeah.
go?
We're gonna
wanna
go to
go?
a strip club.
Oh, I was in.
Well,
Twerking.
We're gonna do
apparently
debaucherous
that's the
things.
whole fucking thing.
It's
we're
the
just
whole
going.
point.
Yeah, we're gonna go for one day.
No, fuck that. We're saying like a week. Fuck you one day.
No, I'm gonna try to find someplace I can hunt an alligator, right?
Okay, we're gonna drop him off in the bayou,
I'm
I
gonna
guess,
look.
and we're gonna go to New Orleans.
If you hunt it, I'll eat it. I'll cook
Are you gonna cook it?
Yeah.
Cook it in our B&B.
Yeah, I'll cook it.
You fuck
Can
your
we please be
vacation
sponsors
stories.
for Airbnb because
just-
they have got some fantastic ass
Actually,
pricing.
I'll tell you what. I'll hunt that motherfucker with you, and then we'll cook it.
Fuck you. I ain't going in the swamp. You played Resident Evil
Caleb
7.
and I are not going to the swamp.
I played Resident Evil 7, bro. I ain't going out there.
I'm staying in the B&B,
You know how
the
many
Airbnb.
goddamn you
is where we
just walk
stay.
a foot in and shoot one in the face, and then
You know how many insane cannibal incest motherfuckers probably live out there? Trick question. All of them. Every single one of them.
Have you been to Eastern Kentucky?
Have you been to the fucking swamps, of Louisiana?
Can't be too far off.
I feel like it's worse.
It's just a different kind of fucking.
They all have gator teeth. It's fucked.
you know. So New Orleans, we're gonna do that. It doesn't matter.
Hashtag NOLA.
I'm super stoked, dude. This is the
fly.
fly. Absolutely.
Fly.
Allegiant
Am
Air.
I the only person that likes driving?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
you're
stupid.
pretty much the only person
yeah,
that likes
you're
driving.
dumb.
Rather
like-
take a bus.
Yeah.
Unless
You ever taken a Greyhound?
Yes, I'm taking a
Fuck that
Greyhound.
shit.
Oh my god, I thought I was gonna
That's like-
die.
no, that's like traveling in a Walmart.
I took a
I sat by the
Greyhound.
bus driver
well, now
so I'd
hold
be
on.
safe.
Would you drive the entire way to and back?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you'd have to bring his car back.
I wanted to drive to Florida.
It's a
in a
12-hour.
couple weeks.
It's a 12-hour drive.
Yeah.
You're gonna do the straight 12.
That's not a big deal.
Stone
But we
cold sober.
found, like,
Okay, well, that-
we found cheap as shit plane tickets.
Well, caffeine. Lots of caffeine.
Here's the thing though, is that it's probably gonna not per person.
You rent a
Never
car.
mind.
I mean, I'm not paying any gas money. Fuck him. He wants to do it. He's the dumb one.
So I drive and have to pay for gas. That's kind of rude.
Well, duh, Steven.
You want to drive?
Yeah, you're the one that wants to get behind the wheel.
I'm just sitting in a seat that is already part of the car.
Yeah, I'm just eating Cheetos and fucking looking out the window. What do you really expect me to do here?
Yeah, you can't. I'm sleeping.
Well, I already assumed.
When we get there, dude, I'm gonna be so rested.
As soon as we get out of the driveway, you're just gonna be conked.
I'm gonna be so. We get to the hotel and I'm like, all right, what are we doing tonight? And he's gonna fucking die on the curb.
He's not even gonna make it through the door.
Wait, if he dies on the curb, then our homegirl's gonna pee on him, and he already almost got peed on.
It's probably about the same as getting peed on a horse. She's probably about the size of a horse.
Yeah,
the
she
way you
was
tell the story, right? Big
huge.
fat black woman.
Yeah, she just lifted. She
was
hiked
gigantic.
up,
Just
her
fucking
dress,
opening the gates of Mordor and just unleashing the fury.
just peeing on the street.
It was rough.
Just
It was.
broad
She was-
daylight.
She was
I feel
big,
like I
man.
missed that.
It was.
You won't miss it
Chicken
if
New
it happens.
Orleans.
I
She's
guarantee you
she's
that.
homeless. She obviously lives there on the street because we saw her little like hut, that she made for herself on the street. Like
Was it made out of like
main-
Popeye wrappers and fucking beignet?
Honestly, I think it probably
was.
was. Because there's a Popeyes right there. There's a Popeyes right there. Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't go to it because we're like, why are we going to
Why
Popeyes?
would we go to Popeyes
We can
in
go
New Orleans?
everywhere
Yeah.
else.
I'm going to
Yeah.
fucking
Was it in
Popeyes
French
whatever.
Quarters or was it down
No.
by Canal?
No, it was on Canal
It was
Street.
on Canal Street.
Yeah.
Like,
Towards like
Yeah.
the casinos and shit.
Well,
No.
half point. Half point. Yeah.
yeah. There's like a
With the parking
CVS
garages and shit.
and a Walgreens. Yeah. And
There's
she
a
was.
Payless right down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weirdest shit.
And there's a bunch of souvenir shops, and there's like
I don't even go that way.
there's a Starbucks.
That's not New Orleans.
Yeah.
I'm just excited because would be my first actual real vacation.
You choose that one.
Really?
Like not a staycation, not
That's a
within
good
a state.
first.
I'm not even considering like fucking the bordering states as a real vacation.
Well, I'll still consider like going to Gatlinburg, getting a cabin.
Nah.
Like,
that's a
stupid.
weekend, bro. That ain't a vacation.
No, if you fucking make it a week, it's
Yeah,
not.
if you're there for a week.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Still a
like
vacation.
outside.
It's like I'm still in my backyard, man.
Nah.
I'm not far enough
like
away
he's
from
not
this
changing
state.
time zones. If you go to NOLA, you're in the central time zone.
Yeah, like I want to be further,
Like,
as far away,
Outside of the region that we live in.
further away from the state I would that we are in. I would consider it a vacation.
I don't know. I think that I could argue that, man, because I think that you can go on many vacations. I would consider going and hiking a couple of weeks ago, like a mini vacation. Just a day outside of your regular scenery, a day that you challenge yourself, a day that you experience something outside of your
No. I'm sorry. That's not what a vacation is.
It's a
Going
vacation.
hiking.
It's a vacation from your day to day.
Well,
It's a vacation
that's
from
not
your
a
life.
vacation. A vacation is like 7
Fucking-
days.
I
of-
want to relax.
nothing.
I want to not have to.
Yeah, not a weekend.
Think about work.
Yep.
I want to definitely experience the new things about everything.
Sure.
But I definitely don't want it to. I don't know.
You don't want the stress of, it ends tomorrow.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing I'll throw at you guys, and what kind of supports Kay's claim here is the farther away you are from the shit you don't want to deal with, the less you think about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
That's all up to
physical
You
disconnection.
do that here.
All right.
Well, and that, I guess it affects people differently.
Yeah. Everyone's different in that
But
regard.
I understand where you're coming from. I feel like geographically, the farther away I am, the more of a vacation it feels like.
But it's exciting because it's a new experience. It's a new state. It's a new city. And I get to do it with my best friends.
Yeah.
And that's the main part right there. That's the number one part.
Memories.
Is who else would I rather do it with? A bunch of nobodies?
Nah.
Fuck them. They probably suck anyway.
I don't agree.
What? You don't agree with what?
Just whatever it is. Doesn't matter.
Okay, well, fuck you.
Fucking matter.
Put a shirt on, you weirdo.
Fuck you, I'm hot as shit right
He's
now.
very
give a fuck.
he's very sunburnt.
Yeah,
you ever
your face is
Yeah.
very
I didn't realize my
look
face
like a strawberry with a beard, a bearded strawberry.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys.
Beardberry.
I'm about to wrap up the show, at least for the next 10 minutes. If you guys want to
Wanna take a quick
continue
break?
going, are we doing? Yeah, we're doing a continuous. So I'm gonna wrap up this You want to do a wrap?
Okay, we'll talk about the fidget butt
Okay,
plug on
do
our
that.
next episode. There's a teaser.
No,
It's a teaser.
You want to do that? You want to do that?
Sure.
We can do that. Yeah.
Well, why don't you guys save the fidget butt plug? That's right, fidget butt plug for next time.
See?
Because I would really like to hear if you guys are excited about anything for E3. Because you guys are gamers, and hey, E3's this weekend.
That is
Yep.
fair. E3 does start tomorrow.
So next weekend we can do E3. Next
We can do
week,
E3 recap will be next week.
next week we're gonna do fidget
Fidget butt plug.
butt plugs, fidget spinner butt plugs.
Is there anything you guys are pumped for E3
I'm
soon?
stoked for a lot of things. The main thing that I want to see happen is during Microsoft conference, I want either Mikey Berra or Phil Spencer, any of the motherfuckers to come out and be like, Scorpio's coming this holiday. Here's the specs. Here's everything you've already known. You want the price point, $500. And as soon as those words exit that man's mouth, I want Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out of the audience, and I want him to Stone Cold stunner that motherfucker $200 down.
Is he gonna? Yeah. I'll pay $3. I'll pay $3.
I want
for
that
it.
motherfucker to be like $300 or maybe $399, and I will not rest until fucking Keystone Light is all over that stage and that motherfucker is stunned.
I'm excited for. I would like for South Park to be showcased. I don't think that Naughty Dog's going to be at E3, so I don't think that we're going to see any Last of Us 2.
I'd love to see what Bethesda's AAA title they're bringing out. They're bringing out a freemium game that's supposed to be AAA, so that'll be kind of interesting to see.
We're going to see any God of War.
We'll probably see some God of War from Sony. We're going to see Warped COD, WW2 multiplayer, Destiny 2, more on that. So, I mean, those are really two of my biggest ones. And then any kind of new IP that Microsoft can kind of throw at us. I'd love to see more about the Insomniac Spider-Man game for PlayStation. And
there's rumors floating around that there's going to be Wolfenstein, The New Order is going to be showcased.
and The Evil Within, the
and
sequels.
The Evil Within.
Sequels,
It's going
that'd
to
be
be
cool.
showcased, so we'll see about that.
Really, my biggest overall thing that I want to see, just because I've been waiting fucking 13 years of my
Half-Life 4?
goddamn life, is Kingdom Hearts 3, man. I want some more concrete evidence on when we can actually see that come out. Also, the song's badass, and you can't hear it, but
great.
Can't Stop by RHCP, and it's amazing.
It
Can't
is a great
stop.
song. We're going to play it here in a second when we go out on the back porch. Anyways, as always, we appreciate you pieces of shit tuning into our show. If anyone listens to it, hopefully we can get a half of a subscriber.
And we're going to set up that Patreon, and any of you motherfuckers that don't donate money, I will personally come to your house and kick you in the taint.
In the taint.
Swear.
So this is us signing off. Warm Flapjacks.
Big K.
I like coffee.
Okay.
Good enough.
Hey.
That's her.
Okay.
It works. All right, you guys have a beautiful weekend, and we will see you next time.
And as always, stay sexy.